Good morning. Hi, it's Monday, Mindful Monday. I love leading these short little videos because I know it helps me set the tone of my week, and I hope it does for you today. So I'm getting lots of, several of my clients are struggling with self-doubt. And whenever I notice any themes like this, I know that it's something that I get to look at for myself and also share with my audiences. So self-doubt, whatever's in between where you're at right now and your destination, like the life of your dreams, it's self-doubt. Self-doubt is the biggest obstacle that's keeping you from moving forward, because guess what? Self-doubt is fear-driven. And so in my mind, there's two main reasons why we doubt ourselves. And the first one is because the first way is that we make decisions, but we doubt that decision. So we'll make them, we'll say, okay, I'm going to do this, but then we doubt it, even after making the decision. And the reason that happens is because you are, whatever it is you've chosen, it's most likely not a choice that's come from a place of fearlessness. It's probably not a choice that serves your highest vision, your most divine, fearless, magnificent self. So that self-doubt after making a decision could very well be because you didn't make the right decision that's going to serve you and everyone else. The second way that I see people living in self-doubt is they don't make any decisions. They don't want to make a decisions, and that too is fear-driven. Hi, Ann. Self-doubt is fear-driven, and what that does, not telling yourself, I hear this from several people, I just can't decide, I just don't know what to do. And so I coach them to noticing how that's a pattern in their life, that indecision place. And what I help them identify is that that's a pattern that keeps them from having to be 100% responsible for themselves. So my point is, if you have a pattern of indecision, not being able to say yes or no, that's kind of a coping mechanism that keeps you from having to go to that next level of who you are. So you get to stay irresponsible. You get to continue to believe that you can't make a decision. You get to continue to believe that if you make a decision, it's going to be a failure. So both of these ways of being in self-doubt is driven by fear, really fear of failure. Because if you're making a decision and you're focusing on it as it being a potential failure, then guess what? That focus, that fearful focus, is going to expand, and you're going to create more fear. So what if today you could make a decision and trust that whatever unfolds is exactly what needs to happen, and you get to learn from it? So I'm thinking of a client in particular that's been sitting in indecision around leaving her job. She's so afraid, if I leave my job, what if it's the wrong thing? And she's been sitting in this indecision place for quite some time, and she's feeling frustrated. She's feeling like she has no power. She's feeling stuck. And she knows when I coach her to really standing in her highest self and being in that fearless place, she's like, oh my God, I so want to leave. So this is an example of how she's allowing her fear to keep her in that indecision and feeling paralyzed and stuck, and she's not moving forward. So I want to take you through a short little meditation with the hopes that this will help you to notice where in your life you're sitting in self-doubt and how it's having you stay stuck. So go ahead and close your eyes. And hi, everybody. Go ahead and close your eyes and settle in. Just find that space inside that feels still and quiet. And if you can't find that space, just imagine that it's there, because it is. And I want you to first consider a decision that you've made in your life, current decision, that you're doubting. And as you get that, just allow yourself to begin to feel what it feels like to be in that space of indecision, and notice how that affects your level of self-trust. How does it affect your experience? How does it affect everyone around you? And how does it affect your vision of your highest self? Let's just really become present to that and notice that indecision is a decision that's driven by fear. So notice the fear that is attached to you doubting any decision you've made. And then let that go. And then sink in a bit deeper and notice if self-doubt, lack of self-trust, questioning your choices is a pattern for you. Just check in. Notice how long you've been questioning your capability, your ability to make a choice. And again, notice the feelings that that generates. Maybe notice all the ways you avoid making a decision. Just really become present to how, too, this is fear-driven. Perhaps the excuses you tell yourself is, I'm not capable, I will fail, I can't do this, what if it's the wrong thing? And then in both of these scenarios, I want you to just completely let all of that go. Or practice letting that go. If you feel resistance, let it be there. And then settle in a bit deeper. And now I want you to imagine your most fearless self shows up right now in this moment. The part of you that feels capable of making decisions. The part of you that is okay if the decision doesn't create the outcome you expect. The part of you that feels confident that you can make a decision. So just allow yourself to feel that courage, that fearlessness. And in that space, from your highest self, ask yourself, what decision do I need to make today that's going to move me forward into the life that I deserve and desire? And if you're feeling fear, allow yourself to feel it. But just be really present to what choice you would make today if you were completely fearless, if you had no attachment to the outcome. And then when you get that, allow yourself to feel what it feels like to go there. And what experience you can create today by standing in your self-assurance and self-trust. And breathe that in and tell yourself, this is where I want to go. And this is who the world needs to see of me. And then float up when you're ready. And open your eyes. And I hope this helped. So not every decision we make is going to create the outcome that we think, but a decision that's driven by your highest self, by the part of you that has no attachments, the part of you that's fearless, courageous. That's what's going to have you living fully expressed. So my challenge to you this week is every single day, ask yourself, what choice can I make today that's going to move me towards my highest good and toward the world's highest good? And then take that action and then notice what happens. All right? Have a great week. Namaste.